did you know that you can get a work permit for 5 years now? Also, what happens if the government shuts down? That's the stuff we're going to talk about today, folks. Got a lot of stuff to unpack. My name is Humberto Gray, attorney at law. You can get me at hrg@graylaw.com. All right, so lots of processes you can get a work permit. If you have an asylum that's pending, if you have a court case and you file for cancellation of removal, withholding of deportation, if you have an I-765 that is based on an employment-based adjustment under 245 or a family-based adjustment, all of these scenarios, even paroles into the United States, you get work permits. Generally, the work permit is valid for 2 years. That's historically. It's been valid for 1 year, then they extend it to 2 years. Well, guess what, folks? Now it is 5 years. That is fantastic. You can get a work permit for a 5-year period, both for extensions and for initial work permits. I put a link in the description box here. It's the policy memorandum. Check it out, read it, and make sure that you get your work permit for 5 years. Last week, I spoke about work permits being streamlined. It's happening, folks. I told you I was the first to tell you, and it is happening. All right, another bit of good news. Diversity lottery. It's happening for 2025. The diversity lottery, basically, if your country is included in a list, I'm going to put a link in the description box here. It's going to tell you what countries are listed as eligible for lottery applicants. It tells you how to file, where to file. Now, there's a small window, folks, October 4th through November 7th. That's the only time you have for 2025. So again, here's a link in the description box. Click on it. Do your registration immediately if you qualify. It's happening, folks, 2025 lottery. So let's talk about a government shutdown. It doesn't affect USCIS. Why? Because USCIS is run by a fee-based structure. You pay an application fee. That's what runs USCIS. You know, those big penalty fees for $1,000 if you've been illegal in the US. That's what runs immigration. So we've gone through this before. The government shutdown. USCIS continues to work. So you need not worry. Your application is going to continue to be processed. So another bit of good news. Israel is on the list for visa exempt entries into the United States. It's called ESTA. If you are from a country that allows for a visa waiver, that means you don't need a B1, B2 stamp in your passport. You go online, you make your application for the ESTA. They will approve it. And you come in with your passport. You don't need the visa. You're allowed 3 months into the U.S. On the ESTA. Israel, welcome. All right, YouTube family and GN subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Please click below, like, and subscribe. Go to my playlist. The playlist is awesome. It's a bunch of content that is free. It tells you how to file certain cases. It tells you what happens at interviews. You can learn a lot through my playlist. It is very organized. Also, go to the frequently asked questions. We link a video with the question that is asked most in the comments. So, hey, that's what I've done for you. I've organized this and made it very simple. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.